last for today, today's episode, the Indiana Pacers starting lineup. I'll let you do this. This was probably easy.
Yeah, this can go a lot of ways. Actually, we can debate. I don't know. I've asked you a question here. I'm sure Halliburton, Jalen Smith, and Myles Turner will start. But who
Yeah.
will start with them? Who do you have starting with them?
Uh, yeah, Buddy Hield would start. I mean, Duarte would start. I think this is a good starting lineup. Uh,
Because they said Hield will go back to his six-man role. That's what they say. I mean,
oh,
some people say. I mean, he's going back to the six-man role. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know
uh,
how you see it.
or maybe he's going somewhere else.
Possibly also, yes.
But no, I don't see him moving back to six. I mean, he was so good last year. Buddy Hield was the Buddy Hield that many really wanted from Sacramento, right? He played well. He contributed more, not just the threes, not just a specialist. Well, this is fantasy wise, of course. So I think for his fantasy value, if he moves back to the six-man role, I'm not even sure uh, if he's still gonna be draftable, but not the Buddy Hill that we saw late last year.
Yeah, but that's what I thought. I thought,
Who's
of course,
gonna
he's gonna
start
start.
though?
Maturin.
Nesmith,
A lot of people, a lot of
Maturin.
Pacers, yeah, a lot of Pacers reporters, analysts are saying Maturin and Duarte will start because they want Hield as their back, as their sixth man. Others have said that O'Shea Brissett will start. So there have been a lot of things going on.
But
It's unclear. Of course, this is one of the teams that you have to watch out for in training camp because there's still Isaiah Jackson. Remember,
yeah,
so there's a lot of things here that can change, and they're very flexible team. As Maturin, Terry Taylor, remember Terry Taylor?
yeah.
remember this guy? So a lot of good players there, not great, not but solid players. So they could go a lot of ways. If you ask me, I do. I'm gonna go Duarte and Maturin starting and Healed off the bench. Because they want to trade him already. I
No,
think
but if you think about it, yeah, that can also happen. It can also, go the other way where in Duarte comes off the bench.
yeah, that's also
Um,
possible. Yeah.
I think last year they did some of those when after Hield got traded to Indiana. The thing is, if you look at this depth chart, there's really no one in the second unit who you can say can score here. Um, so that's why they might move back either Duarte or Hield. I think from the basketball point of view, that could make sense. Uh, Hield though is a more established name, I guess.
Yes,
That's the
yes.
only reason why he probably would start, but and Duarte comes off the bench. But I also can see, Hill coming off the bench just to give them a boost in scoring from the
That's
second
true.
unit.
Well, if we talk about fantasy values, we talked about Halliburton a while ago. I think we don't have to talk about him anymore. His range goes everywhere. I think we both agree that for us he's a late 14 team first rounder. Late.
Yeah.
I mean close to early second round, late first. 13, 14, 15, 16, somewhere there. Some people have him at 30s. I found that I find that too absurd. That's too low. But that's our take. And then after that, Buddy Hield for me. Myles Turner, of course. Myles and Buddy Hield will probably be number 2 and number 3. Do you agree with that? I think Turner
Yeah.
and Buddy.
Yeah. I
So
think I think Smith will surprise us a bit. I mean, I feel like he's we've seen how good he can be. I think he's gonna be better this year just because he's new contract. Um, uh, More established role. I mean, last year he got the role because someone got injured, right? Myles Turner got injured. Now, at least it's clear he's going to be the starting power forward. So I think Jalen Smith will surprise us a bit here. I think he's the guy that might surprise us here. Um,
you have
Miles,
him over Jackson?
yeah, I have him over Jackson.
Okay.
Unless Miles Turner goes down. I mean, You know what I like about Jaden Smith? He can rebound, he can score, he doesn't hurt you in the field goal. Maybe you would want more blocks. Isaiah Jackson can give you blocks, but maybe you could get your blocks somewhere else. Uh, so I have him over Jackson. Do you have Jackson over Jaden Smith?
No, I asked that because Jackson is 85th, Jalen is 89. So they're near
They're
each other,
close. They're
and
close.
they're close. And I've heard, of course, some analysts, popular ones who really love Isaiah Jackson. So I'll answer it two ways. What kind of a player are you? If you're someone who just wants solid guy, no risk, just somebody's going to be solid, I'll go Jalen Smith. But if you want a jackpot kind of a player, you go Isaiah Jackson. If Myles Turner gets traded,
You know why Isaiah Jackson gets a premium on the rankings, right? Because he can block.
yeah,
And
not
Jalen
only block,
Smith,
he can steal and block.
well, he can defend. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way. But he's not a. I can't say he's a better scorer than Jalen Smith. I think Jalen Smith is a better scorer. I'm not even sure he's a better rebounder.
Yes, I could say he's a better rebounder. Scorer,
You
Jalen
mean
Smith is a better shooter. I
yeah,
would give
he
Jalen,
is.
but Isaiah Jackson, if you get him and then Myles Turner gets traded, he's top 50. He's
Well,
top 50 if he stays
well,
healthy.
it's a
So
different story when Myles Turner gets
yes,
rated.
so no, but he won't be traded by the time you draft. So it's up to you if you want that risk, that gamble, that you pick him in the 80s or 90s, maybe 90s, and then he gives you top 50 value the rest of the way after Myles Turner gets traded, which I think he will get traded. So what kind of a manager are you? That's the question there. What kind of how much of a gambler are you, I
Well,
guess?
even if Myles Turner doesn't get traded, we're sure Myles Turner is not gonna finish the season. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Myles Turner finish a season for years. Now let's segue to that. Myles Turner has not finished a season for years. Has been going what, third round, fourth round, probably one of
Third
the
round.
better center options there in the late
43rd.
second, third round, right?
43rd. He's
So
43rd now.
how do you treat him now? Coming off an injury, missed pretty much half of the season.
I'm not really into Myles Turner this year. Maybe it's also because of my draft. Here's the thing. Our draft position is 13, 14, somewhere there.
So we'll probably miss out on him already.
No. This is a funny thing. You're gonna pick a risky player there already. Then the next pick is 42, 43, which is where Myles Turner is. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna be available at that range. So that's funny because that is the kind of first round pick we will get. Is the kind of, it's not the first round pick for Myles Turner. As you said, he's very risky. He will get traded. He might get injured. So I'm not high on him this year.
But 40s, too high. If he drops to 60s.
Probably 50s I'll consider. 50s maybe I'll consider, but
you consider, but there was some hesitation there. 60s probably, right? 60s.
Yeah, I'm sure Myles Turner is gonna explode start of the season.
He does all the time. He
Just
does every
try
year.
to trade him again if
He
you
does
can.
every year. He starts strong every year and doesn't finish the season. That's Myles Turner's story. I'm just thinking of other centers who might, go, might be better options than him. I mean, there will be a lot, but
He has Jarrett Allen Mobley. That's the tier. Allen Mobley, Ayton, Vucevic. That's their tier. And I have all of those ahead of him.
yeah, for sure.
All of those ahead of him.
For sure. I mean, I'd rather have Jarrett Allen. He's other than the threes, he pretty much. I mean, Mobley, right? Threes, blocks, same stat set.
This will be harder. Myles or Kristaps, or Nurkic maybe. That's the tier.
Nurkic has been killing it in the the qualifiers, right?
Yeah, but that is the tier I think Myles Turner should belong in, not the tier I mentioned a while ago. I think he's in the Jonas Valanciunas, Porzingis, Myles Turner, Nurkic. That's the tier. That's where he belongs.
Valanciunas is still in New Orleans, right?
Yes. Valanciunas in New Orleans. I'm down on Valanciunas.
Yeah, because
Valanciunas.
Zion's coming back. Right? The
Yes.
same question I had with you the other day in our group chat about Herb Jones. You know, everyone was so high on Herb Jones. I stopped bidding on Herb Jones because I realized Zion's coming back. But
Yes.
yeah, we will probably talk about that in the next episode. But I think, yeah, I have those guys over Myles Turner, I think. Myles Turner can give you blocks, threes, and pretty much that's it. Um, I can see him as a specialist. So if you're really, but he can win you blocks single handedly. I mean, but
Yes.
with coming off an injury, we're still not sure. So I think, yeah, you're right. I have lots of those guys: Jarrett Allen, Mobley, even Valanciunas, Vucevic, of course, obviously over him. If you want,
Ayton. Yeah.
who's the other guy? Ayton, yeah. So yeah, those are solid players, younger, not as injury prone than Myles Turner. Other players who, so Isaiah Jackson is probably the surprise guy here.
Yeah.
Duarte maybe. Can you say about Duarte?
Duarte, yeah, maybe a late rounder. He could be
But Duarte is just a scorer. That's not a good. He's not a good fantasy option.
he
Other than
started well
scoring.
last year. He started
Well,
well.
because no one knows him.
Yes, he wasn't that hyped. That's why people were on him. But I think he's what he is. He's a solid guy, decent guy, someone you will pick in the FA sometimes. Sometimes you will drop.
Yeah, if
So
you
I
need
think
scoring, I think he's the guy. He can be.
he could help in scoring. I think there are a lot of players here that could be question marks. TJ McConnell for one. He got injured last year. So
he was
where
also
does
asked in one of the, I forgot a comment or what about TJ McConnell.
I think McConnell, people kind of forgotten about him, but he's still that guy. He's still the assist and steals guy. I don't think anything changing there, but he's not, of course, gonna have a big role anymore because Halliburton is there. So that's why if you're in deep leagues, if you need assists late in the 11th, 12th, 13th round, I still see him as someone you can consider there. But his upside is not that high anymore. So he's probably the last few picks there just to round up your team, just to get assists and steals. You're catching up on those stats. He's a specialist is what we're saying. A lot of question about Maturin also. I'm not that high on Maturin. He's a sixth pick. I know he's a very confident, arrogant guy. He has all the confidence in this world. But what does he do? He shoots threes. That's it. He's basically Buddy Hield, 10 years younger. So, not this year for me, Maturin.